Pre-season has been plain sailing for the Highlanders, but tonight things step up a gear. Eden Park is the place. The Blues are the opponents. Can the Highlanders get to that top echelon? The rest is good. Rotation is nice, but this is experimentation plus. Can the Blues pip them and get what would be a very mental advantage over the Highlanders in pre-season for the second time in the last couple of seasons? Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Highlanders career mode, where the Blues now, you know these two sides, the Blues and the Highlanders, these two teams, their rivalry, well, it rivals none, does it? These two have been going at each other for the last few seasons, and the Blues have shown that they're really the only team that the Highlanders struggle to beat. They're at home, and they'll be liking their chances. Their team, I think, looks a bit stronger than it did last season as well. Maybe lost a little bit in the forwards, but the back line has definitely improved. The Blues, can they get this mental edge over the Highlanders and serve them well for 2018? Their team looks decent enough. They've got some good players, and there the Australian will be propping alongside Famawina, a good front row of Palanisi as well. Carter and Kavubati, a decent second row. King, Braid and Barrett. That's decent forward pack complete. Good, if not great, but decent. The back line is probably where they'll look to a bit more than they used to. Brummer, a bit average, but Yantes, he's a go-to man. Alongside him, Willison, Fofana and Anguinha. They're going to be the go-to guys. The forwards have the capabilities to match any side. The back line have the capabilities to blow them away. Can the two click for the Blues in 2018? Well, the Highlanders have jumbled things up all over again, as you'd expect for pre-season. Franks will align with Coltman and Tamiafuna in the front row, meaning it is Tamiafuna who keeps a spot. Duplessis the same. He'll partner with Ep.5. Mullen moves from the second to the third row. He'll play on the blind side. Armitage to the open. Warburton to number 8. Purgos gets a start in the number 9 jumper. Sopawanga will be outside him at fly half. De Jong at inside centre. Fikatoa remains outside. Robinson comes back in on the right wing. Ben Smith will take the spot in the captaincy on the left. Sherwin Stowers, a try-scoring machine, goes to fullback. Everything going to plan. Wins over the Force and the Lions. See this Highlanders side going easy so far in the pre-season. How will they match up here with the Blues? This is the one they've probably targeted as the real tester. Sopawanga will get things underway. The kicking is always contentious. Francois staying, of course, on the bench for this one as he goes deep down. Eden Park for Mawina. Oh, he's been smashed, but look at this run here. Straight through goes Willison. A bust in half a tackle. Sits up outside the 22. The Blues don't commit and they'll lose the ball. Oh, what a disgrace. Coltman finds Sopawanga. Oh, it's a bait. It is there, but it's a bait. So the big man goes and he finds Warburton. Oh, what a start for the Highlanders. Oh, who saw this coming? Sam Warburton combines with Ep.5. There he is. The two of them making a lethal combination in the forward pack. And that is out in the back line as well. Look at this, all forwards. There's Sopawanga, the only back involved. And it was beautiful. Coltman kicked it off. Short ball as he got hammered. Ben Smith on the touchline. Didn't get a touch at all. Wow, this is a brilliant start for the Highlanders. Sopawanga, great ball short. Drew and Braid, that's what gives them the space. And then the short pass as a fullback. Barrett comes in and commits to the attacker, which was Ep.5. What a pass, what a start. And the Blues will be shell-shocked. This is not what they would have wanted at all. Not part of their game plan. Highlanders, well, they're known to be slow starters as well in the odd matchup, but tonight, not the case. They've gone off to an absolute flyer, and Lema Sopawanga has a chance to make it 7 after just 5 minutes, which he does with absolute ease. Nice kick from Sopawanga, a slight breeze coming across him to the right, but he's easily dealt with that. And a great start here. So Brummer who will be doing the kicking off. And the general play kicking, I would assume, is Coltman. Takes down the kickoff, and the Blues get numbers to the breakdown. They'll turn this over. And now there's a chance here for the Aucklanders to attack. Big pass from Kavabati. Finds some room with Perutu. Oh, and he's been hammered. Oh, Robbie Robertson showing how good he can be on defence. One-on-one. Absolutely smashed him. Running against Brummer. Slips it in field nicely for an air.
Release.
He goes trudging forward as he always will. Here's King. Slips it back. Kavabati to Braid, who's been smashed again. Big defence from the Highlanders. Here's a run from Barrett. They go left and right, but the break coming in from Yantes. Can he link up? He goes infield. Back out again for Brutu. And is swinging from left to right. The Blues can't find a way through. Deep run coming in from Barrett, who was slow to join the play, but picked it up at good speed. The Highlanders are driving back and turn it over. And they'll slow it down through Purgos. And Sopoaga will put this on his boot. He drills it straight down the middle of the park. Not really where they would have wanted it to go. Are they all onside? They are, says the ref. As Franks gets bumped off from Famuina. And Brutu, once again, can't get away from the desperate ankle tap from Sam Warburton. Well, if you look to him, haven't they, Brutu, quite a few times already, the Blues. I think it's time they looked out to the right wing. And Gwynia, he's a real danger man. To the front, Duplessis they go. Purgos finds Sopoaga, who rides it back in towards traffic. And it is evident to be. Through a short pass from Sopoaga, finds it in there now. Armitage, Sopoaga again, this time offloads in the tackle. De Jong, Franks, this is nice changing directions. Robbie Robinson has some gas and some space for him. He comes all up against the fullback, who has absolutely hammered him. Nice work from Barrett at the back of Frenchman. As it comes up for an air, that's a massive hit as well. The ball squirts backwards, and the Blues just hang on. Braid, he's got work to do. Armitage was offside, and through goes Kavabati. But Robinson gets a hand from Armitage, and they drill him into touch. Once again, the Blues unable to break free. Line out. Coltman, the third hooker choice. To the front, keeping it simple. Purgos. Away to Armitage, who's going to put this high. Oh, who saw this coming from Armitage? Up goes De Jong. Everyone's there, but the Blues survive. And Ngwenya climbs high, as you'd expect from him as well. Big kick from Brummer. He smashes this over halfway. His Stowers, he'd love a try. Hasn't seen the chalk for a while. Oh, but a hit coming in clean from the outside centre for Fana. Haven't seen any running from Wesley Fofana so far. Franks gets a pop pass. Sopoaga nicely to De Jong. And De Jong's through. Ankle tap from King. Saves the day for the Blues again. Armitage away to Sopoaga. Is he looking for three? He is. But he's gone way off the mark. And it's gone just on the try line. As there's a kick away from Barrett. And he finds touch up around halfway. Don't know about that option from Sopoaga. I guess they've learned the hard way, really, that points crucial, especially when there's a knockout match on the line. Again, safe to the front for Purgos. Sopoaga's going to go to the skies this time. It's a bit of a new tactic here for them. De Jong's there, Fekatoa, but climbing high once again is Fofana. Loose ball, though, comes back for the Blues as Braid slips it away and Robinson picks it up. Well, it's a bit of hanky-panky. Have the ball, give it to your mother at the moment from these two sides. Purgos. Now he'll calm things down. Up it goes nicely to Fekatoa. Fekatoa's through. He steps around Barrett and he's in for the first try. Wow, make it up from nothing. That is beautiful from Malachi Fekatoa. That's what he does. He cuts out lines up to ribbons and then he slices and dices his way through the rest. Beautiful ball, that's where the money was. And then he just slides through around the outside of Barrett and then dots down right under the sticks. And look who's there, it's Sam Warburton. De Jong, he made it. He drew the defence in towards him. And from that, it gave Fekatoa the space he needed to just glide through. Step around Barrett at the back, and it was Kearns after that. He is elusive at best. And he showed just how much of a weapon he can be if the Highlanders require him very much this season. The centres is going to be a very, very debated topic in this Highlanders jumper. There goes half time, and there goes Sopoanga's extra 2. 14-0, the Highlanders lead the Blues, and it's a Blues team who have looked shell-shocked in the first half, unable to really kick into action, and they've struggled along to trail by 2 converted tries, 2-0. Well, let's have a look at some stats here, folks, and we have a possession and territory very, very even for the Highlanders, 55 and 56. Couldn't get much closer if you tried. The Blues trailing behind about 10%, 45-44. The interesting stat here for me is line breaks. 14-0 is the score, but line breaks only 3-2. The Blues should be massively disappointed that the Highlanders have made good with 2 of their 3 line breaks, but the Blues have come up with nothing from their 2 chances. Handling errors very clean, 3-2. The Blues taking that one out by just the 1. Tackles, 22-23. It's very close on paper, isn't it? The stats telling us this game should be within a couple of points of each other, but it's anything but. The Highlanders taking their chances and getting the job done so far, 14-0. The second half, can the Blues come out firing? Can they find a way back into this match? Where's their weaknesses, the Blues? Because they've got some out there. We're finding them out a bit more here. This man, Brummer, he's not playing too well, is he, at the back of the forwards? Little scrum half as De Jong finds ball to Armitage, who goes quickly down and turnover for Braid. Now's a chance here for Bruzu. He gets ankle tapped 1. He slips it in 5. Kavubati. Just about a chance for the Blues again. Brummer goes to the right, has a big run. Well done from King as well. Nearly went through a massive hole. Short ball, here we go again, Carter.
Release.
The big man getting involved. Can they? No, they can't get it back, the Blues. They have lost it. And there's some space out here for the Highlanders if they want it. Sopoanga. Oh, he just got held up. Great tackle from the Blues defence. Moen will change his mind left and right. Warburton gets away to Robinson. He pops it up for Coltman. Well, not the best move out there from those 2, but they'll secure the ball once again. Plenty of kicking options with Robinson and Sopoanga there, and that's what they'll look towards as well, the Highlanders. Sopoanga kicking clear. A nice one. That sign kind of just sways back towards, as advantage to the Highlanders. Has a good piece of defence on the chase. Forces the forward pass from Brett. Well, there it was. Call it what you will. I didn't quite catch that.
Touch. Sit.
Barrett with the mistake. Unsure where that's gone forward or not, but the scrum is brilliant from the Highlanders. Warburton gets away to Sopoanga and De Jong. Finds some space. He gets going. Up against the fullback he comes, and Barrett makes good on his mistake. Now they'll look to go left side again. Oh, that's horrible from Armitage, and Ben Smith has to come and fetch it and gets taken down about 15 out from the line. It's a beef. Away to De Jong. The South African connection finding well here. Fikatoa up for Robbie Robinson. He looks in and oh, what a step. Robinson's in. He's not. He's pushed back. What a tackle. The Blues are just hanging on by a thread. He was in for all money. Big ball to De Jong. He finds the Fikatoa. And he's gone down as well. Good defence here from the Blues. Coltman, he'll have another go. He's still got Ben Smith against Ngwenya. Oh, there's the strength of Ben Smith. Brilliant play. Ngwenya's bumped off. He's quick, but his strength is not his main power point. And Ben Smith has showed him up there. Big fed. And Ngwenya couldn't hang on. Great awareness here from Coltman. 1-on-1, bang. And then Ngwenya loses balance. Away comes Brummer to help out, but it's too little too late. The Highlanders come in for another try, and the Blues' valiant defensive effort comes to an end. Should have been a tackle. Ben Smith, though, such a hard man to take down. Many a rugby player will tell you how difficult he is to tackle. Lema Sopoanga hasn't seen much action with the ball in the second spell. Wind coming across from his face in front of him. Here's Sopawanga to make it 21. That is a nice kick. A very good kick from Lima Sopawanga. Wow, he's looking good. And he's going to have to fight hard for that number 10 jumper as well. As here comes some changes for the Highlanders. Far on for Tamiafuna. Retallick making his way on for Duplessis. Changes in the back line. See Savia coming onto the field alongside Stain. He'll go into first 5 into fly half, if you will, depending on your area of the world. And it will be Savia going on to the wing. Ben Smith will go to fullback. Stowers will come up to the wing as well. Here's Stain with his first touch. And what a first touch it is. He's got Armitage away. Oh, what a ball from Armitage. Would have been a miracle ball if someone in a green jumper had been there. Still there for the Highlanders. Moen away for Warburton. Steps in, goes around. Nice ball to Franks. Stain now gets to Coleman. Coleman tackle. Coleman can't get the pass.
Release.
Well, just about a chance again as they go short to Stowers. Stowers will look to the heavens. He goes up. Here's a change from Ebenezer Beath. The 41 runners. It's him. And he goes up nice. Oh, it's a forward pass again. Well, he was the man to jump for it, was Edsa Beath, but he was nowhere near the ball. Wesley Fofana took it easy, but the pressure from, look at this, Edsa Beath, Moen and Retallick.
Crouch.
3 big defenders
Crouch.
right there.
Set.
Scrumpy for the forward pass for the Highlanders. Oh, that's a big effort from the front rows. Here's Warburton. He'll go himself to Purgos. Away to Stain. And Stain, oh, big tackle. Francois Stain is squashed. Quickly recycled for Stowers. Back to, oh, Fikatoa's pass has been intercepted from Fofana. He's the one that made the error. He's made it up here for the Blues. They go between the two props. It's Anair and Famuina. Can the Highlanders get this back? They want another try. 4-try bonus point would be in an actual matchup. Here's De Jong. Oh, De Jong deserves one. Now unselfishly goes to Afoa to Stain. Oh my goodness, they've butchered it. What exceptional defense from the Blues. Forcing the mistake from Stain, and the ball goes into touch. It looked like an absolute gimme. Line out. And to the front they go. And it's Carter who pulls it down and kicked away straight away from Yantes. Well, he's not interested in playing that out. The Blues have been comprehensively beaten here. The Highlanders are hungry for another one. And this is a massive call here. Out on the full, says the touch judge, the assistant referee. Well, I haven't heard anything like that before as Coleman goes to Retallick. Stain running hard. Finds De Jong. Should have scored one before, now he does it himself. A little swing around the outside of his opposite number. And he dots down Juan De Jong. 26-0. De Jong has threatened all night long. He unselfishly gave the pass away minutes ago to someone else who should have easily dotted down. This time, he got the job done himself. A simple play as well. Look how executed this was. Purgos, Stain, hit the line, drew in 4 defenders, and then it was De Jong, the inside centre, around the outside of Fofana. Well, he's quite some addition, the South African. And here's another one. 4 of them in the squad now in total, I do believe. Stain, De Jong, of course, and then 2 locks, Duplessis and Edsa Beath. Stain will close this match up with his conversion, and he gets himself some points. Well, this is impressive from the Highlanders. The Blues threaten to really derail their campaign, their pre-season campaign, but it has not come to fruition at all. They have soldiered on with what is, well, should be not their weakest, their strongest squad, I should say. There's plenty of big names on the bench. Warburton out of position at number 8, some would say. Stellers was a fullback for the majority. Ben Smith and Robinson on the wing. Sopawanga was strong. The front row had some lesser players, but they still pulled through and they played exceptionally well. Fikatoa, is he a starter? Does he go in front of De Jong? Oh, it's all to play for here. Plenty of questions to be answered. If you have your opinion on who played best today and in the other pre-season matches, do leave it below in the comments as well as to who you think is the top 15 players in this club at the moment. The 4 try scorers, Warburton, Smith, De Jong and Fekitoa, 1 apiece. The Blues zip. Let's be fair, from that first half they should have scored some points, but they didn't manage a thing. Sopawanga got 3 from 3 and Stain finished it off perfectly with his 1 attempt. 28-0. The Blues will be distraught. They had hope, they had promise. They believed they could beat this Highlanders team, but it's all come horribly unstuck. The Highlanders have played exceptionally well, and there'll be no repeat of the last pre-season match against the Blues, where they absolutely thrashed the Highlanders and put some real doubt into how good the Highlanders squad would have been for that year. This year, well, could you say they're even better? 28-0 over the Blues, who did not even compete hardly. They had the chances though, only added 1 line break from the half, whereas the Highlanders added another 4. Possession was 60-40, territory almost dead even. 3 line breaks to 7, the Highlanders taking that out as well. The Highlanders scrum was exceptional, blowing the Blues off the ball multiple times. I feared they may struggle on the forwards. They have decent players, but nothing that's going to dominate a matchup. In the end, there was always that chance the Highlanders would roll over the top of them, which they really did in the forwards. Handling errors, 7-8, just proves the Blues they couldn't score their tries. The Highlanders know that their mistakes, 50-50 will come off and score an exceptional try. It worked for McGann. The Blues not so lucky. Should have scored. They didn't use their talent as much. How often did Fofana and Ngwenya touch the ball? Not often at all. Yantes didn't lead the play around very much. Brummer was kicking too often. Very slow to the breakdowns as well. Barotu overused, and he was easily dealt with as well by Robinson for the most part. 28-0, the final score, the biggest of the pre-season, and it's against the biggest opposition. The Highlanders have 1 match to go in pre-season. Let's check out who's there, and we'll see the status of the squad before we wrap this one up. Okay, so it looks like we've got the Melbourne Rebels for our final pre-season hit-out. That'll be at Forsyth Bar Stadium, a home match. But interestingly enough, we have a piece of news, a piece of mail, whatever you want to call it, inbox email. Let's check that out first. And we have, well, we got a player selected for Wales, Sam Warburton. No surprise he's selected for Wales, let's be fair, but is he out of the squad? He's still available here, he's playing at number 8, so when is he not available? Was it the week after? Week 1 of Super Rugby, we're going to be without one of our flankers, which luckily with the addition of Sam Cane shouldn't hurt us too much. We'll still have adequate replacement. We've still got Falatau on the bench as well, so plenty of options. Will leave us with just 4, which is better than just being left with 3, let's be fair. So the Melbourne Rebels, our final pre-season match, the squad fully fit, everyone available. I'd say we'll use Warburton to keep him match fit for his international duties. Other than that, the squad is all open for debate. Who should play in this final match? Is it time to bring out what should be the preliminary best team in, well, what, for practice, if you will, for the first round match? Almost as if it's a, round 0, if you want to call it that. It's the match where it's all to play for. The match where we put out possibly our best line out. That'll be next time. The Highlanders against the Rebels. I'll be there. I hope to see you all there as well. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the match. Remember to subscribe and hit that like button if you're enjoying the series. And I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care.